What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the XenaStar Galaxy. Thank you guys for tuning in for another video for DHC. I'm super pumped. I just actually walked in the door. We just came back from the Game Loft office in Montreal, and I'm super pumped to be back and dishing out another video for you guys. So let's get into it. Just before I get into what I want to talk about today, I just want to say thank you guys for everyone that tuned in to our live stream today with Sean from Game Loft. That was so much fun to be on their Twitch page, giving away a ton of stuff with you guys, and talking about Update 1. And that's exactly where we're going to be going with this video. I wanted to basically do a recap for you guys on some of the highlights for the patch notes that were just released, and what I'm most excited about the very first update that's going to be released for Dungeon Hunter Champion. So, you know, if you're on the live stream today, you guys already heard some of this stuff, but let's go over it because the patch notes are out. I will have those linked down below. I'm also going to link down below the link to the Twitch page for Dungeon Hunter Champions because they do have their very own Twitch channel. They're going to be doing more live streams on it, so I want you guys to be able to go over there, check them out, and make sure you give them a follow. Turn on those notification bells so you know when they go live. Okay, so let's take a look. I'm just, right now, just a reminder for you guys, it's Double Ascension Week, so make sure you get into your dungeons and farm your elixirs. That's what I'm doing right now, but let's pull up the patch notes. So guys, Update 1 is coming out. As you see, the first thing that we see on the picture for it is the Monkey King. So yes, they're getting a huge buff, which is super exciting. We'll get into it, but we're just gonna go through this fairly quickly. I'm gonna just talk about some of the stuff I'm most excited about. First and foremost, for those of you guys that had issues with having your accounts rolled back with your gear inventory being over 400 items, that's gonna be fixed. The cap wasn't applied properly, so this should solve any rollback issues. So it's recommended you guys sell some of that gear down to under 400. Make sure you do that, and then that'll be implemented and we'll be good to go. So I'm really pumped for that. Toss in a replay there. This is one of my favorite parts of this. They are releasing a grid view for our champion menu. I'm so pumped for this because now, rather than scrolling that one line at the bottom of the screen, we're going to have a whole grid view, and I've actually been able to preview it. It's awesome, guys. You're going to love it, and there's going to be filtering options, so it's just going to make it so much easier to manage your inventory. Also, speaking of inventory, mass selling of gear is going to be coming out, guys, so rather than selling one at a time, we're going to be able to do a mass sell on our gear. So handy. We're going to be able to buy energy directly from the results screen at the end of a battle now, so that is super cool because, again, one of the things that I was talking to the team about while I was there was time management is everything for us as gamers, right? The more time we're wasting on essentially doing all this little bit of account management stuff, which is so crucial to our gameplay, it takes away from the time we can spend in the dungeons. So all these little fixes, well, I really consider them big fixes, they're going to just help us be focused on what we need to be focused on. So also, you can now sell your equipped gear pieces without unequipping them. So that's going to save you the gold it costs to unequip your gear and then sell it. We're going to have timer on the battle report screen. I'm going to go through a lot of this pretty quickly because there's a lot and we'd be here forever. Okay, and you guys can obviously view all this later. Let's talk about the guild improvements because this is huge, guys. So Guild Shop will now have champion shards available for purchase. So let's say it is light, the light dungeon day. So on that day in your guild shop, you'll be able to purchase the light boon sister shards, okay? She's one of the most wanted, as well as the dark dryad in terms of the shards. So you guys will be able to still farm for them if you'd like, but then you can also purchase them with your guild points. So let's say you get up to 39 shards and you're like, I can't get that last shard. Now you can just pop over to the guild shop and buy away. Next, you'll see there's private guilds now. So versus having it's a free-for-all, anyone can join the guild and have at it. Now the guilds are going to be private. So pumped for this. So players actually have to send a request to the private guilds. And then the guild leader or an officer has to accept that request. Now, And we can also now have a new feature added where you can set the guild's BR and level requirements. So versus having anyone be able to actually send a request to your guild and you have to essentially say, decline, decline. Now, if they don't meet the requirements set out by the guild leader, they're not gonna be able to apply to the guild. So it just eliminates the work for the guild leader on that. And especially if they're specific, it's really gonna allow the players to be put into a guild that's appropriate for them. So I think that's perfect. Okay, and then also guild privacy. There's going to be privacy options for the guilds, which is awesome. Now we're also going to have a guild invite feature. So if we say, hey, I want that person in my guild, we can personally send them an invite, which is so, so awesome. Guild message of the day. So the guild leader can actually set a message for the team for the day. So it's going to create that sense of really teamwork happening and involvement from your leadership, which is great, which, you know, I think is going to be really nice to have moving forward. Okay, and then let's talk about the arena changes and some of the things that are the most exciting. Guys, defense history is coming and revenge, okay? So you're going to essentially have a sub-tab in the arena menu where you can see who's attacked you, what units they used to attack you successfully. Then you're going to be able to revenge on them. So not only are you going to be able to get revenge and fight back for those people, but then also you're going to know, well, what teams are actually effective against my arena defense and how do I improve that moving forward? So you can kind of get to know, you know, the champions a little bit better, which I think is so great. Guild leaderboards with weekly rewards, that's going to be so great. There's a whole bunch of other stuff that's going. Arena stability on Windows is going to be better moving forward. So, you know, less crashes when it comes to using your Windows PC client. Love that. Also, you won't have your auto mode turned on automatically all the time on your arena matches. So it prevents like mistakes happening in your battles, which is great. And I think there's so much here, guys, so just make sure you guys review it. I'm just gonna go over like the big stuff. I think there's just so many big stuff here, but it's so exciting. Okay, 5v5 mode. Let's talk about this because 5v5 is huge for me. So improved match stability. So one of the challenges with 5v5 is, as you guys know, it's been super buggy, super crashy, all that stuff. Crashy is now a word, yes. And so now there's going to be improved match stability. They're increasing the damage of all champions and reducing defense scaling with levels. So what's cool about this is our battles will be a little bit faster and they're going to be more intense and require more skill level. So I'm super pumped for that because, again, time management, right? We want to be able to get in there, work with our skills and, you know, use our champions to their best ability, but not take, you know, 10, 15 minutes for one battle. And sometimes that will happen, but now this is going to help us increase damage reduction of towers and core, increase health of core, increase health of jungle creeps, reduce damage of super troops. I mean, you guys can read all of this. This is what's so cool though. They're adding speed pickups in the river to allow swifter map. So you can essentially have past that where your champion's gonna speed up, and that's just gonna allow you to have ganking paths, which is so cool. And that'll create an interesting dynamic for 5v5 as well now. They're gonna have some blitz fixes as well, added the game speed button in Ultimate Blitz outside of the tactical mode, so that's really great. Raid fixes, so you know, you guys can read through all of this. We're not gonna go into this into too much detail. Stats cap is coming, so accuracy, resistance, and crit rate are capped now, which they weren't before, so that's awesome. It's going to create a little bit more consistency and understanding of your characters. So there's a lot of stuff going on. As you guys will see, champion fixes and arena and PvE balancing. There's a ton of AI fixes that are coming in the game as well. And what you guys are probably wondering the most is what champions are getting buffed and which ones are getting nerfed. But really what you guys need to know is, I've read through all of this. Things are getting balanced. It's not so much as things are getting these crazy big buffs or crazy big nerfs. The Monkey King is getting a pretty sweet buff. But so anyone that fed their fire monkey, this might be a a bad change for you, because here's the thing, and I don't know where it is in the notes because there's so many different things in here. As you see, there's a bunch of units that are getting, hey, my Nature Dryad's in here, by the way. She is going to also have flat healing now in addition to her regeneration buff. So pumped. Monkey King. So there's a ton of stuff here that's getting done to the Monkey King, as you guys can see. One thing you guys really need to know is they're actually taking the Fire Monkey King out of the summoning RNG. So you cannot summon, once this is launched, you will not be able to summon a Fire Monkey King. So that's really great for players moving forward who are going to get him from the scenario. Really bad for people who got him or summoned him and just thought, you know, he's not going to be useful, I'm going to just feed him. So if you don't have one right now because you fed one, you better start summoning to get one if you want to have one to use, because he will not be available anymore in rare discs or legendary discs. You just won't be able to summon him. It'll be removed from the summoning circle, essentially. Okay, so tons of fixes and balancing to a bunch of different champions. As you guys can see, you can read through all of this. You guys can go through it, check out what units you have, what's happening to them. So just have a look. There's obviously too some 5v5 balancing, so this will only affect champions in 5v5. Lots of good stuff. My favorite Nature Dryad's in here somewhere. Reduce immobilize duration. So now when her roots go and immobilize the team that you're fighting or the champion you're fighting, it's not gonna be for as long, but she has the added healing, so she's basically balanced out now. I'm totally fine with what they've changed. I've been talking your guys' ears off, but I hope you guys have a chance to really go through and review the patch notes for the upcoming very first update. And I was so happy that I could go on and be on stream with Sean and talk to you guys about these changes and do all these giveaways. We had such a good time, and I'm really pumped at what's happening at Gameloft for this game and the future of this game for everyone, not only on the people who are playing, but the people who are creating massive content. Things are just going to be so exciting for the future. So again, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us, not only on the stream this morning, but checking out this video. If you liked this content, please let me know. I love feedback from you guys. As you guys know, I like when you guys critique me, and I like when you guys let me know what I'm doing that's working. So drop a comment below, put those thumbs up or those thumbs down, whatever you prefer, and be sure to subscribe to the channel if you did enjoy this video. I will have everything linked below that you need to get all you need to know about these updates. Anyways, guys, I gotta get out of here because I've been on planes, trains, and automobiles all day, and I'm ready to go to bed. Actually, probably gonna play some 5v5 with people before I do that, but I will talk to you guys in the next video, and always remember to spread love and not hate, and we will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day.